this. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you guys can see my screen. I know I am sharing it, or just tell me that you can see it. I know some people are off camera. If you can be off camera, I would on camera. That would be fantastic. I love seeing people's pretty faces. And talk to me if you can. Chat usually sucks, but it is what it is. And then do me a favor. Ray's going to drop a link for you guys to fill out for attendance. I've been handing the attendance form up to Dion directly so he can see who's joining classes. I'm happy that we have a lot. I do see a lot of new faces and some older faces popping up from a while back. Like you, Miss Sylvia, I've seen you before. I've definitely seen you before. So we definitely want to definitely want to let everybody know. So Ray just dropped that in there, and I appreciate you guys. Stay active inside of the chat, and we're gonna go from there. Please, when I ask you if there's any questions, ask a question. If you do, it doesn't hurt us. It doesn't slow us down. It just gets us to do a better understanding. My business partner always says, "Closed mouths don't get fed." I truly believe in that. Yeah. So are you the guy that just spoke with my employee, John? Yeah, okay. So you can mail out your stuff on your own, but if you want us to do work for you, yeah, it's not free of charge, my friend. Yeah. So you can sit down in class and sit down in class and buckle up. You'll find out. It's about to get hairy. If you can mail it yourself. No, if you chose us to do the job for you, yes, I would hope that you're mailing it through us. But if you're not, that's a different story. You can choose not to go through us, but you keep sending the items through, from my understanding. So every time that you're generating, it's sending them to us to do the work. You don't have to pick us. You could say print myself. Yeah, so if you don't want us to review the letters, you don't want us to double check that you're doing it right. So the 13 letters that you did that did them wrong, if you would have sent all those out, those all came back negative. They wouldn't have even reviewed them. So let's go through it. So I'm going to start over here, ladies. A perfect example of why you guys should print with us is exactly what he just did. He just sent out 13 rounds, 13 different items. And my team double checked every single one of them to see what exactly was going on. And Jay, you can tell them, how many did you get wrong? There you go. So that's why you print with us. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So here's how it works. First thing, when we're on the home screen, come over here, look at everything. This your name, email address is usually your username, and then general tax. General tax is the credits inside of the system to utilize to generate the letter. That's how the AI generates the letter. Excuse me. You need a credit. So what I normally tell everybody is, think of it as a credit, a token. They call it a GA or a general attack. Use whatever terminology you want, whatever gives you the focus on what it actually is. It's just a credit. It's just saying, hey, look, I have credits in the bank to be able to generate this letter. Now, how many letters can it generate? One credit will generate one round for 1 month if done correctly. So what does that mean? I have a client that has 100 negative items. It will generate letters for 100 negative items. I have a client that has 10 negative items. It will generate 10 negative items. You have 15 negative items. It will generate for 15 negative items. It just generates whatever it needs to get the job done. So it'll generate an unlimited amount of letters for an unlimited amount of pages for an unlimited amount of negative items. So let me break, again, like I said, I broke that down, but I'm gonna do it one more time. You got 100 negative items, it will generate 300 letters and 3,000 pages. I'll show you guys tonight. I'll show you guys over 1,800 or 1,900 page letter that has been generated. As we go through it. It's possible to generate whatever you need in the system. The system is crazy. It does a good job of doing what it needs to do. Any questions on what a GA is or a credit? I'm going to take a swig of water while I have any questions. Okay, no questions. There's 2 free communities. You have one free community over here, which is the Facebook group. And then you have another one, which is Ray dropped it in the chat, which is the Metro 2 school community. It's right here. You can join, post questions, do whatever you want inside of here. Now, if you have an issue with your software, you can click submit a support ticket, click add ticket, and this is where you'll add that information. It'll open up a new page. Let me just get rid of some of the stuff over here. Perfect. All right. Walkthroughs. Monday, Wednesday, 8 p.m. Tuesday, Thursday, 6 p.m. Saturday at 11 a.m. EST. Mr. Boro hosts Monday, Thursday, and Saturday. I host Tuesday and Wednesday. So I do one short day, one long day. And that's it. You just click over here and you'll be able to get into that. You don't have to remember when it is. If you are in my printing community and you join in my community, it'll remind you on the clock when we're live. There's 2 classes that we have at the same time at 8 o'clock. So that's done. Any questions on the homepage, ladies and gentlemen? Does everybody understand what it is? Miss Bianca, are you new? Did you get any of the softwares by any chance? Have you registered for any of the softwares? I'm sorry, you slipped through the cracks. Perfect. As long as you're familiar. Fantastic. All right, let's get rocking and rolling. All right, so I'm going to go over pricing, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to select the subscription. I'm going to show you guys how to do this. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you all the time, do not buy the iron package. The iron package is a downgrade package, okay? You should start at bronze if you're just getting the started and move all the way to diamond on whatever fits your thing. Now, if you look, I'm logging off, then logging on another computer. No problem. We'll be here. We ain't going anywhere. Bronze package. If it says 4 people, divided by 2, it's 2 people. This is 4 people. This is what? About 9.5, 8.5-ish, 8.5. Okay, 8.5 people. Say 9, round up for a whole person, 9 people. This one platinum's about 15. This one's about 50. Why do I say that? Because people tend to make mistakes. I don't care what it is. I don't know. I don't care who it is. What happens is, when we get into this software and we start utilizing this software, we start moving with speed. When we move with speed, we tend to make mistakes. We don't double check the information. We don't look at things, and we wind up making errors. I've watched people make so many errors in this industry, doing this for a very, very, very long time, watching all the errors happen. And it can be as simple as spelling the name incorrectly, putting the wrong zip code, not filling out the documents correctly, expecting someone to log in and do something for you and they never did. So as I keep going through this, I'm going to keep showing you guys what it is, how not to make and generate the incorrect errors, and we'll go from there. So that's the key. So when you start, just go with whatever package you feel. Normally I say start with the bronze package. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this and I'll say this to you. I don't get paid extra to tell you to take the bronze package. I tell you to use what I use. Here's my version of the software, because I have my own white label or gray label, whatever they want to call it. Here's my version. Here's how much I pay. If I go to the pricing section, go to the select section. I come over here. Here's how. June 13th, which is now what? 3 days will be 2 years I'm paying this. $147 for the past 2 years. Just to let everybody know, everything that I tell you is exactly what I would do for myself. And here, I don't use the software, so just to let you guys see that, I don't use the software at all. I have 87 GAs racked up because they keep going up every single time. Every time that I pay, I get 4 more GAs. All right, so that's done. Any questions on what pricing package you should pick? No? Good. We're going to keep moving. We're cooking with gasoline right now. Fantastic. Credit report. Always use the one that's provided by the system. The reason I say that is it has a special report unlocked inside of it. It's called the Epic Pro report. And it helps to unlock the highest level attack inside of the software. So at the end of the day, use the Epic Pro report and use that one. If you have a, do not go to their main website because they don't unlock that for you. Now, questions on the credit report? Any questions on the credit report? My free score now, how to get it, any of that stuff? Yo, we quiet. Yeah, go for it. Mm-hmm. That's the report. That's what we want. The Epic Pro. We don't. That is the Epic Pro report is from My Free Score Now. It's called the Epic Pro report. They built one out specifically for this system. It's called the Epic Pro Report V2. I'm gonna get when we get to that spot of the day. Don't jump ahead. I'm saying that okay. We're gonna get there. Don't jump ahead. There you go. Okay, beautiful. All right. Let's go. Let's keep moving. All right. I'm gonna show you guys how to add a profile, and then I'll show you guys how to add the report, and things. So now, simple breakdown on how I do these files, ladies and gentlemen. You should have all this stuff in your hands. You should have an ID for the client. You should have a social security card. If they don't have a social security card, send them to the website to get a social security card. And then they should have a bank statement. If they don't have a bank statement, I'm going to give you 2 links right now in the chat. They're for 2 banks. One's oh, there you go, Ray. Good job. One's for Chime, one's for SoFi. Tell them to put $10 in the account. That's all they need to keep in the account. They just need to keep a positive balance, and they'll be good to rock and roll. So here's how it works. So when I type this in, nope, that's my name. John Joe, middle name, Smith, Jr., date of birth 0101. So now this is I say passport, but if you don't have a passport, you can use a driver's license or an ID, social security card. 000. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a second. I'm sorry, guys. It's my wife. Okay. So, Social Security card is the one that wants to be utilized over here. And then after, we're going to do phone number. Okay. Then, very simple, very basic. I put my Social Security card down. I put my ID down, face down. And now I'm moving to the bank statement. This is the easiest thing to do. But you want to fill out everything in its entirety. Bank statement needs to be filled out like this. Northwest 12th Street, APT 14C, and then Tower, and then okay, Manhattan, New York 10038. Does anybody have a question about how to fill out your documents? I'm going to go over this in a second. Does anybody have any questions over here? There you go. Mm-hmm. We wanted to match the bank statement because they're going to prove on the bank statement that's where you live. That's why we call it the proof of address document, right? But the driver's license, Ms. Bianca, you can always find somebody is going to have a document that doesn't match where they're currently at. So basically, the proof of address has to be up to date where they're living now, while the other ID, that's why I say passport is the best one, it doesn't have an address on it. And I'm going to show you guys what it looks like when we're done with this. But the question is over here is to understand, like, we need to fill everything out in its entirety. We need to use those said documents. Now, Ali, I don't have a bank statement. I told you how to get a bank statement. Ali, I don't have the Social Security card. Go get the Social Security card. Can we use other documents? Yes, you can use a W-2 or your first page of taxes. But do we want to get in the habit of using that? No. We want to get in the habit of using the proper documents right from the jump so that we don't have issues down in the long run. Because here's what the Bureau can do. They can say that something's smudged. Something doesn't look right. Something's not correct. And can we prove that when it got to the Bureau that it wasn't smudged? No, we can prove that over here when we printed it, that it wasn't smudged. But the mail, because we know this happens, the mail is never processed correctly. Rain could have gotten dropped on it. This could have happened. That could have happened. And when that happens, you can't prove that it didn't get there with a watermark or something to cause it to bleed. So at the end of the day, we try our best to make sure whatever we're sending them the best documents, that the most legible documents. Is that a good enough explanation for you, Ms. Bianca? Tried my best.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that whatever address is there doesn't get kicked back.
So when we do that, the address that you have should be the address that you're living at. Because what happens is the proof of the personal identifier information is going to say that if it does not match the address in the bank statement that's below, I have never resided at that address. So if you send a document like a driver's license, I was telling Ms. Sims previously before you guys got in, that if you send a document that says, well, I lived at that address, then the whole letter is null and void. Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay, good. Anybody have any questions on how this works? Sylvia, I think you're looking for the mute button. I got you. That's why I like cameras on. I got it. I was like, that's why I like cameras on, so I can see. I'm literally, I got a screen with all your lovely faces on it. I can see all you guys. Mm-hmm. I'll get with it when we get to that part. Yep, that's not a problem. I just say I wanted to, if you had questions over here, we good. All right, cool. If we got no questions over here, guys, what we're going to do is we're going to move on. Now, when I create a profile, I don't fill out any of the rest of this data. Personally, me, here's why. A lot of people have used this to start credit repair companies. So if you put the wrong email address inside over here, everything that you filled out now has to go back and be redone. So instead of finding out and having to do that, I just come over here and I hit save. When it saves, it's going to bring me back to this screen, exactly like it did. And it's going to say, okay, we have now created a profile. When it creates the profile, nothing will be uploaded over here. Nothing will be in the credit monitoring spot. But everything up here that we filled out is correct. So now we just follow along and fill in the missing data. So now here's our client, Karen Elizabeth Samples. Here's her date of birth. Here's our social security number. Here's her address with the bank statement. Now, so I just follow down to the bottom. Okay. Now, here's the thing. This is what, Bianca, I was talking to you about and everybody else in over here. The driver's license over here says 123 North Street, apartment 2, Topeka, Kansas. She don't live there no more. She lives in California. So this is the document that goes over here that says that they live in California. But if this address is on her credit report, guess what? We just verified it. So that's why we want to put the passport. When I scroll down to the passport, look, there's no address over here. That's the reason why I say that. It just says place of birth, New York, USA. So when I say something, I'm giving you guys that information to press forward so you guys know, hey, I get why you did that. So now they can't verify who this person is Address-wise, they verify that they have an ID. Here's a valid ID card. Here's a valid Social Security. Here's a valid bank statement as my proof of address. Are there any issues with that? No. That's what the Bureau is looking for. Go, Miss Sylvia. Mm-hmm. No. Here's why you use the passport. Let's take her picture and put it on the passport. I couldn't find something with a chick. Okay? The passport over here, this one says 123 North Street, apartment 2, Topeka, Kansas. I'm going to get up. I'm going to zoom in on Chase, right? I'm going to zoom in on the Chase bill, right? Give me 1 second. I'm going to show you so you can see it. Bear with me 1 sec. Okay? Now, ready? I think you see that? Can you see what that address says? Okay, so it says 11693 Sheldon Street, Sunnyvale, California, 9135. Now, I couldn't get her proper name, so just bear with me and say that said Karen Elizabeth Samples, okay? So now, our address over here states Topeka, Kansas, right? It's not California, right? That's not a California ID, right? That's a Kansas ID, right? But it's still her ID. This is actually her. But that doesn't mean that we can't, they can verify that old address if we're saying that she didn't live there in Topeka, Kansas. Make sense? So what we want to do is give the ID for the passport, because the passport shows that the only place that she lived, the only place that she was born was New York City. No, the perfect document would look like this. And I appreciate it. Somebody did say I do get confused with that. This is how the perfect system would look. This is right. This is the perfect one. Here's your passport. Here's your Social Security card. Here's your proof of address. This is the perfect one. But what happens? Somebody's going to ask me, I don't have a passport card. So here's what I don't have a passport card looks like. Make sense? I managed to hit all targets by the time I'm done with this class. I swear. I get you all. I knock them down all bullseyes by the time I'm done. I've been doing this for 15 years. Almost half my life I've been doing this credit shit. So I'm telling you guys, when I say that I know what I'm doing, it's because I know what I'm doing. I really invested my time to understand everything that's going on over here, to understand how to do it correctly. So when I tell you guys this, when I say don't use the driver's license, don't use the driver's license. Use the passport. But if you don't have a passport, like Miss Sims, you said he can't get the passport. You're right. No problem. Then use the driver's license. Use an ID. But here's the thing. Some states, they actually give you an ID to utilize that looks like a driver's license. Make them go change the address. You want to get ahead of the game, they're going to have to do some work. You want to fix your credit? Fixing your credit's not easy. I used to charge $10,000 and send people to go do shit. They used to look at me. I had the CEO of a Fortune 500 company run into the post office to go get stamps. I don't play games. When I tell you something, I'm telling you to do it right from the beginning. From the beginning. Because when you do it right, you won't get caught in their traps. They want to set a trap. And when they want to spring that trap, they want to spring it so you get caught in it. But you can't get caught in the trap if you already know it's coming. What's the number one trap? Right there. Identification. Identification is their number one trap. And if that's their number one trap, we already know what's coming. So if we already know what's coming, let's spring it on them, back on them. The other trap is a third-party stall letter. But don't worry about it. We're going to get through the best that we possibly can. Ready? Now that that's done, we know that, okay, so I got more guys than girls. I got more girls than guys in here. So ladies, I'm going to talk directly to you. I don't want to know what your letters look like, your nails look like this month. Please don't send me a picture with your fingernails inside of here. I don't want to see pink fingernails. I don't want to see any of that stuff. I don't want to see your hands. I don't want to see your beautiful comforters, your vanity top. I don't want to see any of that stuff. I don't want to see your countertops. I don't want to see your dining room table. I don't want to see your coffee table. I don't want to know what color carpet you have. I don't want to see nothing. White background. White background doesn't cause a bleed onto the paper. So when the printer prints it prints it solid. It's crisp edges. So when their scanner, which is called the Oscar, picks it up, guess what? It picks it up with precision. So don't put anything in the back. Make sure it's cropped. It looks clean. If you guys want to do something, take a screenshot of what it should look like, because this is what it should look like on the screen. Questions before I tell you how to pull in a credit report. None? Okay, let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to that profile that we had, that we set up, the proper profile, and I'm going to remove the credit report. Why am I going to remove the credit report? Because this is a sample file, but I want to show everybody how to pull it. So Ray, can you send me the link for, not the link, the token for this client, please? Okay, so watch what I'm going to do, guys. I'm going to delete this over here. I'm going to delete the credit report. I'm going to delete everything, okay? So as we can see, when we come in, what we have just done is we have looked at the client, right? We have set up all their information, all their name. We uploaded their documents. How do you upload a document? You just click choose file, search for the document, right? Here's the document. Just click, and now it'll upload it. That's it. So now once I'm done over here, this is what I want to do. I want to click the plus sign. So I'll come down under here, under notes, credit monitoring sites. I'm going to click the plus sign. Miss Sims, come off mute because I know you're following me. I see your head moving faster than lightning right now. Ding dong, ding dong, ding. I see it. I see it. So come off mute. Tell me to slow down if I lose you, all right? Watch this. We're going to click that plus sign. When we click that plus sign, it's going to say add monitoring company. And it's going to say monitoring company Epic Pro Report V2, right? You see that? You see it on your side, Miss Sims? That's fine. That's okay. All right. So now you're going to go and you're going to go to My Free Score Now. And you're going to log in. I'm logging into. Let me know when you get through that part. No. You go to a different page and log into My Free Score Now. No, that'll log it. It'll automatically redirect. Yeah, it'll automatically redirect you. When it does that, that's all back end data. That's how you log into your back end portal. It's got to get verified from that. I'm talking technical for some people, but that's just a back end thing. It changes to app automatically. I'm just waiting for her to get. Okay. Turn your phone landscape, right? Turn it long ways. Okay. You see the little golden person on the right-hand side of the screen. Top right hand, there's a little golden person. Click that little golden person. Click My Profile. Okay. You see where it says Secure Access Control. No, when you click My Profile, in that little golden person, you click on it, it says My Profile. Click My Profile, then look in the middle of the page, it says Secure Access Control. Okay, you see where it says regenerate client token? Right? Oh, bingo. You're going to click generate client token. The email address, your email address is your username. You're going to go to the software, you're going to put your email address in as your username, and you're going to generate that client token over here. Guys, since this is an actual live client, I can't click this button because it's going to generate a new token for her. I have the token thing, but you're going to click that and then follow the steps until it says copy token. Click it, click it, click it, click generate. And then it says copy the clipboard. Now take that, go back to the software. That's why I said I'm gonna slow down to make sure you follow me. No, that's okay. Go back to the software. You should have hit the plus, and you see where it says token on the top. It says password/token. On the right-hand side, it should say Epic Pro Report V2 on the bottom, and then on the side, it should say, right here, it says monitoring password/token. Go back to the Metro 2 software. It's okay. Okay, what do you see? Yep, click monitoring and click the plus sign. Credit monitoring sites. Bingo. No. Go back over here. You see where it says underneath all this, you see it says credit monitoring sites right here. Underneath the note section, and it says no monitoring company. Click the little plus sign over here. If you have something, it should be a little pencil. Click the pencil. Click the pencil. When you click the pencil, it should come to this screen where I'm at right now. Yeah. Well, you're just editing. I'm adding it because I deleted it. You're editing it. Make sure the username is the password. Go to monitoring password/token. Delete whatever's in there and paste the token that you just copied. I'll do the same thing. Okay. Now, go back to my free score now. Make sure the email address is over here. Make sure the email address is the second box in. Copy your email address, that's your username, into the username unless you already have it there, and hit save. Hit save. Now, it should process just like it's processing on my screen. Boom, it should say Epic Pro Report V2 successfully imported, monitoring company edited or added, whichever one works for you. Bingo, done. Now go down, scroll down. Where does it say that? So that means you didn't follow me correctly. I need you to follow what I do. Do me a favor. Click the X under monitoring company. We're going to start scratch. Click the X. Go back to where that pencil was. You remember where we saw that pencil? Click that X. Go. Yes. It says record has been successfully deleted, correct? At the top? That's fine. Scroll down to the bottom. Go back to it. Now there should be a plus sign over there. Go to the plus sign. Go to the monitoring password and token. Paste that token inside. First, because you did the token. Then after you're done with the token, go back to my free score now. Go to the email address and pull the email address from here. This is your username and paste that in username. And once you do that, tell me when you're done, and then we'll click save. Hey, if y'all don't know how to pull a report in properly now, there's a problem. Nobody paying attention. Okay? And then it should say all green, everything should be green across the board. Successfully pulled, everything should be done, just like we had before. Epic Pro report has been imported successfully, monitoring company added. You should see no red bar at all, period. If there's that's that's fine. But you know how to do it. So maybe it's just that person's monitoring. Try with somebody else's as we keep going. Okay? Perfect. All right. So now once that's done, once you add the profile, your profile is set up to get disputed. So once we do that, right? We're going to go to home. We got everything saved. We're going to go to send rounds of attack. After we go to send rounds of attack, for the people that are here that are new, there's nothing here. For the people here that have generated letters before, you have all your clients here. This is how you view your old letters. So let me show you what this software is capable of doing. Same credit report, ladies and gentlemen. I do not change this credit report. This credit report's been the same credit report that I've been generating since October 8th, 2025. I've generated 24, 150 letters, 66, 24, 3, all the way up to 324 letters on the same credit report. The software does what it wants if you do not know how to use it. And the one with 324 letters has generated close to 2,000 pages. This software is not to be messed with. The software is not to be trifled with because it will generate what it needs to get the job done. This AI is stupid powerful. It is stupid powerful. So like I said before at the beginning of class, I'm going to teach you how to generate the letters correctly. I'm not going to teach you the cheap way. I'm going to teach you the best way. So at the end of the day, we'll go in. It's going to generate around about 18 to 20 letters. And then it goes up in pages, should be about 200 to 400 pages. Okay? So I'm going to go back over here. So if you haven't generated, nothing should be here. You're going to go to the attack area. So here's the cool part. Select my client. Everything's built. If you don't want to do anything, you want to let the AI do the attack for you, just click maximum effective focus. That's the best one. Why? Because if it generates more letters than it needed, you can nitpick out the letters. If you send it to my team, I know what letters not to send out. So when they don't send those letters out, we tell you these letters are not needed. We can pick the best letters from the system. You don't have to send out any of the other letters. Maximum efficiency focus is just 6 letters to the bureau with everything in one. What happens with those letters is it puts a massive amount of pages in 6 letters. And what happens is if they stall that letter out, they stall the entirety of the file out. So if your client is strapped for cash, you use maximum efficiency focus. If your client is better, and I'm talking about you are your client. If you're not strapped for cash, you want to do a little bit differently, you come over here, you do maximum efficiency focus, effective focus, if you don't want to do it yourself. Now, if you don't want to print the letters yourself, you can select me and I will do the printing for you. Here's my discount code directly for coming to class, TPMPA. The name of the company is Total Post and Print. And then the A is for my name. So if you ever forget, Total Post and Print, and just look for the A over here. Okay? And then you click generate and that'll generate the letter. Now, I don't like this way. Personally, I don't like this way. I would rather have a little idea of what I'm doing, what I'm selecting, and know what's going on. So with what we do, We do it to do-it-yourself letter focus. Do-it-yourself attack letter focus. You can still select me and click generate. What's going to happen now, it's going to bring you into the AI section. Now you have a little more opportunity to start selecting things. So I'm going to select this report over here. Now, here's the thing. Ray, can you drop our AI list, please? There's two forms of attacks. Okay? There's two forms of attacks. Ray just gave you a list over here. I would save this on your computer. MPEP, MPEC. Now, you're sitting in my class tonight. I'm going to give you guys a hack right off the bat. I do not send out MPEP. If you're in my class, there's a reason why. If there's 10,000 people in the software, if there's 1,000 people in the software, there's 100 people in the software. It doesn't matter how many people are in the software. If everybody is sending out the same exact letter and it's sending out 10 to 20 to 30 letters, do you think their system is not going to pick it up? Give me a head nod. Yes or no? Do you think, no, it's not going to pick it up? Yes, it's going to pick it up. Yes, it's going to pick it up. So if every trainer is telling you to do MPEP, guess what I'm going to tell you to do? MPEC. Why? Next aggressive. So that when they start picking up the MPEC letters, the people that are coming in over here, like Miss Allen, who's been coming since January, okay? Her letters are going in MPEC, which means everybody that was told MPEP, their letters are getting hit with a star letter. Our letters are going through. Because guess what? The system's looking, it looks like a credit repair software, but it doesn't have the same verbiage. Things are different. Oh, they doesn't look the same. Why? Because what did I just tell you? Our letters are going in with a different view on how it is. We're using the second most aggressive, and it goes from that. So I pick MPEC. Now, your round is based upon what you're in. Ladies and gentlemen, a generation is not a round. A round is based on days. So round one is the first 30 days. Round two would be the 60 days, 90, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, as we keep going up all the way to 6 rounds. Does that make sense to everybody? Perfect. Thank you. Yep. Go, Sylvia. You got to unmute, girl. Thank you, Bianca. Mm. Did you select it? Did you select do it yourself? Share your screen. Share your screen. You know what? Wait until the end of class. Let me get through this, and we get it at the end of class. Wait until the end of class. We're gonna get through this real quick anyway. So the next cheat sheet is gonna make us get through this real quick. So opulence. So I'm in the first 30 days, or this is the first round. This is opulence. Now, you remember when I told you in the AI section that there's the place to do it, that everybody's gonna do it for the cheaper folks? This is the cheap way. Select literally check everything in blue, count 6, because it's only going to send out 6 letters, put 6 over here, and literally put default, default, default. This does not mean, I want everybody to understand that, just because I did 6 default, default, doesn't mean that it's not going to shit out a ton of letters. It's going to do 6 letters with about 200 pages. So I want everybody to understand that. Ray, take a screenshot for everybody. I saw Miss Sylvia taking a picture. Take a screenshot, put it in the chat for everybody. Perfect. I don't see it in the chat yet. That's why I'm holding on. Oh, come on, Ray. Okay. So that's how we do it. That's how we do it. Now, the other way that we do it is check all green. Check all green. Why? Check all green is going to send everything in a separate letter. We want everything to go in a separate letter, because if the first letter that they receive is personal identifier, they're going to stall the personal identifier, but they're not going to stall all the rest of the letters. Guess why? Because they're not scanning them all at the same time. They don't arrive at the bureau all at the same time. It's not like they get I I don't even have it. I had like my letters in a envelope, right? Or not an envelope, in a rubber band all together. That everything, they're not gonna get handed an envelope with all the letters rubber band together. They don't get it like that. Everything comes in. They feed it through the machine. The machine opens it up and scans the letters. So when we look at this, the first letter that's going to get stalled is going to be whatever you send out. So that's why we send it separately. So this is why I do this. Only thing that I say is check all green and then hit unlimited. Now, let's go read the credit report. Ray? Drop it like it's hot. There it is. Okay. My team and I have compiled a cheat sheet for you guys that I'm going to pull up on the screen. It's in the chat. Okay. That works every single time. Watch this. If I come down to this orange section over here, ooh. If I come down to this orange section, ooh. Metro 2 running slow tonight, Ray? Yeah, we just got to wait. Yeah, the server's not working tonight. Give it a second, guys. I'm refreshing. Let's do this. I'll move a lot faster this time. Generate. Come over here, select this, MPEC, come over here, 1, check all green, unlimited, default. Okay. Now let's do this again. Runs the system. It's going to do this. Okay. Now, watch this. I come over here to this little orange circle over here. This little orange circle is going to pop up every... Oh, it did my score IQ. Shit. Sorry, guys. You know what? Let's do this. I apologize. Bear with me 1 second, guys, while I do this. I would say I have a lot of tabs open. That's what's slowing me down, but it's not. It's got nothing to do with the tabs. It's just that the software is running a little slow tonight. I'm going to delete some of these bad reports out of here. So let's get rid of this. There we go. Perfect. All right. So now. Okay. Do that one more time. Do it yourself. Come over here. TP MPA. And then generate. Do MPEC, Opulence 1, check this, unlimited, default. So you guys seeing it at speed, this is what it looks like when you usually go through at speed. So now when I get to the bottom over here, now you can see all the negative items, right? Everything that's there. So Ray is giving you a cheat sheet at the bottom that gives you all the negative items. Now watch. Does anybody know what negative item or item over here in all the items would be a positive item? Just say it or type it in the chat. Good job, Sylvia. Green is the positive item. Green is green for money. So click hide positive items. Now the green goes. So now all we're left with is negative items. So now watch what I'm going to do. Close all these windows. Watch this. I'm going to open up that picture that Ray sent. I'm going to go to edit. And I'm going to draw on it. And I'm going to put it in white over here so I match the green boxes. I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to make this a half screen. Now, some of you can do it on your phone. You can do it however you want. But watch this. When I made this a half screen, I'm going to go back to this little orange thing over here. I'm going to start doing this. I'm going to click on the first negative item, which is number 1. I'm going to click on it. When I click on it, it's going to bring it up to the screen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to number 2 just to hover over it, because anytime we hover over it, it changes the color. Okay? So the negative item is 1. It's purple. Guess what? I'm going to go to the cheat sheet and I'm going to match the negative item with the color. Well, the purple is up here. The abbreviation is PI. The negative item name is personal information. Well, guess what? If I come to type a reported issue, it's personal identifier information. It's personal information. That's it. Check mark, attack. Let's do it again. If I go to number 2, what's number 2, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to come off the hover of it. What's number 2? Type it in the chat or tell me. No. What's number 2 on the bot? Perfect. Bad inquiry. Bingo. Boom. Well, I just want to make sure and see if anybody else answered. Inquiry. I just checked that and I keep moving forward. So I know that everything with with this brown is an inquiry, right? So let's do it again. What's 25, ladies and gentlemen? I ain't even going to scroll over it or do it because it's going to confuse you. If you had to look at 25 on the bottom, what color is it and what color it is on the sheet? What's the negative item? Tell me. $25, guys. What color is 25? It's red. Do me a favor. Go to the screen. Go to the other half of the screen. Find me the red one. Read me what it says on negative item on red. Bingo. Now, the reason I didn't click on it, guys, is because it says charge off information. Now, what people don't know, this is student loan, this is medical. They have student loan charge off and they have medical collections. So what happens is they fall under their own color. The only one we haven't seen, Ray and I haven't seen medical collection, so we don't have a color for it. But the student loan is this darker pink, while student loan delinquency is this other pink. What I'm assuming is everything that's in pink is probably going to be a student loan attached to it. So this AOCC is over here, and we're just going to check that. Done. 26 is the same color, so it's the same thing. Give me 1 second, I'll get you a question. So the only thing that we have is 27. 27 is always, the last negative item is always going to be a separate, different color. Doesn't matter what credit report you're on, doesn't matter where you are, it's always going to be a separate, different item. So let's get 27. Let's open up 27. Go to that type of reported issue. Tell me what type of negative item it is and what color corresponds with it. How'd you get public records, sir, on 27? Yep. If the account is closed, we still attack. It doesn't matter. If there's a delinquency, we attack. It doesn't matter if the account is open or closed. A delinquency has time to age. We don't want a delinquency to age. We want to remove it. I don't care if it removes age. The whole point of credit repair, people say, is to get a higher credit score. That is incorrect. Whoever tells you that, they don't know crap about credit repair. Credit repair is the repair and removal of all negative items on your credit report. So when we say that to somebody, when they're going through credit repair, when they say you're getting rid of your negative items. Then we have credit restoration, which credit repair falls under credit restoration, and that's restoring the credit score. Add a girl. Type of report. Type. I said that it's the last one. It's orange. So you got caught looking over here to be like, hold on, wait, why don't I see orange? That's the whole point. It's the last one. So the credit report's telling you this orange one is the last negative item that's on the thing. So we have to learn how to read the software for the software to say all other delinquency lates to come over here and look for it. Make sense? So that's the key. And then we just check that. We're done. You guys just read a credit report. Collectively, y'all just read a credit report. It's in the chat, girl. Sylvia, have you printed with me? So it's in the community. Have you not joined our community? Yeah, off the grid. Yeah. So go into the community. All the stuff is in the free tools. So the minute that you print with us, you get all the free tools. So there's no holding back. Ray, make sure that you get with Sylvia or just give her a link to make sure that she's in the community and she has access to all the tools since she printed with us? Okay. If somebody was raising their hand about that question, just get your message, DM Ray. Make sure that you have access to the community, especially if you printed with us, and we'll get you all the free documents. Make sure that you. No, I can't answer questions. We ain't done yet. I can't answer. How rude? How rude you be? No, go for it. What's up? Mm-hmm. Remove it. Remove it. Remove it. Again, yes, remove it. Here's the thing. It's always going to be a negative item on that count. Okay? It's always going to be a negative item on that account. So no matter how far you are, you still have a late payment. Now, what happens is you can either remove the account or try to remove the late payment. Software is really good at removing late payments, and it'll pick up that it's a late payment. But what happens after 7 rounds of trying to remove the late payment? You remove the account. Get rid of the stubborn account, because what happens is that late payment could affect you from getting a loan. Banks hate late payments. They hate late payments more than charge-offs. Make sense? Total Post and Print is me. That's the name of the company. I have a legit. So what, people look at our stuff. That's our legit company. Yeah, that's our legit company. Dealership looks at it, brother. They all look at it. That's fine. Give me a second. I want to see. Anybody know what the Knicks score is? I'm in New York now. We at the end. Just give me a second. I want to see who's doing what. Oh, the game just started. Okay. 17-30. I got 32-19. Okay, don't matter. All right. Still a long game to be played. Okay, so now, after the cheat sheet is done, right? After we went through all of this stuff, we got everything, we learned everything. We come over here, we double check our documents, we make sure that everything's good. We go over to the top, and we get client info. Once we get client info, we double check all this data. We make sure everything's good. And then after we get that, we come over here and we reset the AI. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click include all 3 bureaus, and then we reset the AI. I'm going to give you guys a gem tonight. I'm going to give you a massive gem tonight, which I teach in advanced tactics, and I'm going to give you guys a massive freaking gem tonight. A lot of people have printed with me, and the ones that have stayed have been patient. God bless you. You guys earned a gem tonight. Ready? Watch how easy that freaking sheet makes it. Watch. Ready? Come over here. I literally just follow the line, right? PI. All inquiries. All other charge-off and collection, all of the charge-off. And then all other delinquency lates, 1-2, all other delinquency lates. If you look at it, watch this. Check mark, space, check mark, space, check mark. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Check mark. Matches up perfectly. Now, I'm being lazy, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just letting everybody know, or else I would check all the do not attacks, so then it would match perfectly with the other side. But this is matched perfectly with it. Meant to be. We built it like that purposefully. Make sense? For all y'all. Ready? Done? Do me a favor. Count how many green check marks there are. 4. I couldn't see your handle was like this in the camera. It looked like this in the camera. I couldn't see what you were saying. I'm like, all right, Wolverine, I see you. 4. Where did you get 3? If you're gonna jump ahead of the class, where do you get 3 from? Where did you get 3 from? Where did you get 3? If you're gonna jump ahead, where you get 3 from? No. Where do you get 3 from? No, you got no. It's not that 1 3. We got to give a reason. So people go, oh well, one green equals 3. The reason that it equals 3. How many credit bureaus are there? Bingo. TransUnion, Equifax, Experian. So if we know that there's 3 credit bureaus, you got 4 negatives. Well, what's 4 times 3, ladies and gentlemen? Okay, so our first box, where it says 6, we're going to put 12. Oopsie, there's no 12. Well, we round up and we go to 15. And then we do default, default, default. And then we hit next. Now, you ready for the gem? You ready for the gem? I don't hear anybody excited right now. All right. Ready? Check this out. Here's the gem. See document options over here? Nobody touches document options. You know why nobody touches document options? Because they don't understand it. You know the difference between me and everybody else is? I don't care about burning GAs. Because why? I'm the damn printing company. I don't have credit repair clients. So every day that I have, or every month that I have to pay for 4 GAs, guess what? I'm going to learn something new in the software. So guess what? Everybody's printing one-sided, right? Which it doesn't really matter. One-sided, color, include all images, right? That's the default. What if I tell you there's one magic check mark that'll allow you to reduce your stall letters from maybe like 90% to like 60%? Would you hit that button? You see how it says print in color? We're going to go to print in black and white. It's going to change the AI. That's it. I'm saying because the software changes the AI when it changes from print in black and white to print in color. It changes the AI and what the AI does. So the format of the letter is different. Nobody knows that because they don't know the software like I do. I can tell you that 110%. I won't put names out. I won't say nothing, but trust me, nobody knows that. Nobody knows that. Probably the developer is the only one that knows that he did that. The format of the letter is completely different. Document options change from print in color to print in black and white. It prevents it because it changes the format. Yes, changes the format that goes out. That's advanced tactics, girls. That's it, ladies, gentlemen. I think I have one gentleman left. That changes the whole format of the letter. And because it changes the whole format of the letter, it causes the Oscar to look at a different letter again. While everybody else is sending one version, we're sending out another. Make sense? That's it. Generate the letter and you're done. Now, I'm going to generate this letter because I don't have a black and white letter. So I'm going to generate this letter for you guys. Ray, on average, takes me about an hour to go over the whole software. Takes me on average about an hour from start to finish. But I realize what is prevalent to go over and what is not. You remember I used to go over every button? I'm like, yeah, we're not going over every button. Come over here, click on the letter. Now you can actually view the letter, what it looks like. Come on, open up. Shit. And then that's what the letter looks like. Completely different than what we had before. Now, I had another letter up previously. Hold on, let me close all these up. I'll show you guys a previously done letter. Okay. I'll show you done. So this was generated today. I'm going to go to something generated previously. Here's something that's generated previously. Okay, just to give you that idea. I'm going to open something older. Same amount of letters, right? I'm going to open up the late payments. Here's the late payments. And here's the difference. Can you see the difference in the letters? Do I know what I'm talking about? Do I know what I'm talking about, or do I know what I'm talking about? So it changes. It changes. It changed the whole letter. Look at the format of the letter. It starts at the top the same way. Then look, to begin versus I demand. Literally changes the whole letter. Then to whom I concern comes down a whole page and a half after. From this letter. This letter starts in half a page. This is the same exact letter. I want everybody to know the same exact credit report. Look at the address. The addresses are the same. This was done 2 weeks ago. I just dropped a gem on you. This generated 9 pages. This generated 7 pages. I clicked TransUnion by accident. I didn't even click it at the same thing. This is the exact same letter. If I come over here and view it, BBVA USA. BBVA USA. Make sense, guys? One thing can change the whole letter and what's happening. And that's one thing of advanced tactics. I have a whole slew of them. Oh shit, Steven, don't generate an invoice for that. Just mark inside the software that it's not anything that we need. All right. And that's it. Anybody have any questions? Well, you get as soon as everybody's done asking questions, because I don't want you to share with everybody here. As soon as you we'll get you right at the end. But does anybody have any questions that we can go in the? There you go, Miss Sims. Yes. Send it via an email. You just getting started, girl. You just getting started. Get an email. Yes, get an email. That's easy. I'm not going to tell you to build it. Listen, guys, when you're starting a business, or even if you're doing this for yourself or doing this for family, keep it as cheap as possible. Email is the best way to go. Just delete the documents after you get it. Okay? Delete the documents after they're uploaded from your email address. Or, very thing that I do is I started an email address, even when I started my first business, an email address just for the credit repair stuff. Nobody had access to it. I made it a crazy, ridiculous password that I had to put on my laptop at the time, or actually it was my screen of my computer at the time. I put it on my screen on my computer at the time, and that's what I was working on. So just to give you that idea, like you just got to work with what you can work with. That's it. Make sense? No, you've asked like 90 questions. I'm tired tonight. No, I'm going. Yes, you can ask another question. Mm-hmm. I put no. So you can put in the email address. I don't put country. It usually defaults to USA. I don't fill out the rest of the stuff underneath it. I don't do any of that stuff. I don't add the credit monitoring. I don't add the documents. I don't add any of that stuff because God forbid that if they're in the software, you don't want to have to add everything. You can just go fix the email address. Make sense?
Thank you.
No problem. Came off mute, Zoom user. What you got to say? What's up?
So, again, with the late payment account, closed account, even if it's a good account that's in good standing.
Remove it. Remove it. I'm not stuttering. Ready? Remove the account. It's not in good standings. It has a late payment. It's a late account. When a bank views it, it pulls up and says worst payment history, 30 days late. It's not in good standings. If account has a negative, it is a negative. That's it.
Okay.
So you can try to remove the negative and work for 6 months to remove the late payment. Okay, depending on how much money you have. Like I said, I'll always do what's right by your pocket. You could do that, or you could remove the account. Your credit score is going to drop. Credit score is going to drop. Nobody's going to tell you the truth. It's still a negative account until you remove that late payment. So it doesn't matter what it is. We got to remove the late payment or move the account.
Okay. All right.
He's like, damn, man. Yes. I'm always going to say the same thing every single time to every person that's in here. If you have a negative on your account, remove the negative. That's it. I was an underwriter for a bank. You know how easy it was to find the easiest person that I didn't want to approve any loans? We got paid not to approve loans. I want you guys to understand that. We got paid not to approve loans. Why? Because it's risk assessment. We got a bonus when we approved loans that paid back. Understand that. We got paid to deny you for money, and we got a bonus if we approved you and you paid us back. Make sense? So when I'm telling you guys, the first thing as an underwriter, when I'm looking at your file and I see any late payment, denial instantly. Get the hell out of here. One late payment. I was late. It was a bank issue. It was it. I don't care. It's late. You're late. End of story. This is real life. Nobody cares. Nobody. You know what I used to tell my clients when I was in the credit repair industry? I said, nobody cares what your reason is. Nobody cares. The bank doesn't care. To them, you are a number. You are not a person. You are not a human being. They only care about lending out of the right hand and getting it on the left hand. So if you don't treat the machine as a machine, you're not going to understand how the machine works. So I was a part of the machine. When I looked at your file, I treated you like a machine. I didn't know you. All I saw was a name on a file. And when I went and looked at the file, I said, okay, they have a negative. Boom, get out of here. Denied. Move. And this is manual underwriting. They still do manual underwriting. When you get the review, it's got to come to a person. That's why they said they'll send you out a review in 7 days. Because it goes to a person, a human being looks at it and they say, I think we can call them back and try to get this because X, Y, and Z. But the minute that the system sees a late payment, a charge off, any negative on the account, a bankruptcy, a repossession, anything, they don't give you money. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody in this room?
100%.
That's that 100. Make sure that we understand that. I'm not selling you anything, guys. I'm not trying to sell you to sign up for the software. I'm not selling you anything. You guys are already here. You've been sold by the people that do the selling. I'm not the selling. I'm the teacher. I'm teaching you the real stuff. The stuff that nobody tells you. Go get your negatives removed. Well, why? Why do I got to get my negatives removed? That late payment was 5 years ago. It's still late. It still means 5 years ago, you didn't have, ready for this? You didn't have a nest egg proper to pay your bills at the proper time. You know what happens when they see consecutive red payments, or late payments? They blacklist you in a bank. They blacklist you in a bank from products. They put your name, email address, and IP address when they see consecutive lates because your risk assessment's through the roof. Your risk assessment's literally through the roof because you didn't set yourself up financially. Everybody tells you make more money. Yes, make more money. Make more money so you can put money away. Not put money away for savings, but put money away for a rainy day. Put it in a high yield savings. Let it make money. So God forbid something happens. God forbid we go into recession. God forbid we do something. You have money to pay your credit cards off. You know what I tell everybody? If you don't have the same amount of money in a savings account that you have on your credit card debt, stop spending money. You can't afford it. Tell yourself that. Tell yourself that. Oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Really? I ate ramen for 3 years. I ate ramen for 3 years to pay my credit card debt down. But that's why I have an 800 credit score. I paid my debt down. I got myself back. I went from 515 to 800. I ate ramen for 3 years. Every dollar I made, I dumped into my credit card. Guess what? It paid off. Because then when I had my credit cards, I had all these new accounts, and I have a stack like this. When I paid all my credit cards off, I went to the bank, I leveraged the accounts from the bank, I bought businesses, I did what I needed to do. That's the key. That's what they're telling you. These guys are selling courses on that because it works. But guess where it starts? You got to get your credit right. So this class, when I talk to everybody, do what's right by your pocket. Do the right thing. Why? You don't get your credit fixed. You give up. You stop. You stop that whole length of you succeeding in life. Well, Ali, I'm gonna succeed regardless. Yeah? Okay. I was just talking to somebody 2 days ago. Hand to God. He's a barber. He's 19 years old. Doesn't know what credit is at all. Wants to buy a new car. He goes, Ali, I listen to what you do, okay? I listen to what you do, but I don't understand shit about it. I said, okay, no problem. So let me teach you. I spent an hour with him. I restructured his whole finances. I got him to save more money, and I got him to spend all his equipment on his credit card. Now he's earning points. Now that he's earning points, he's got a $500 limit. I say every week you pay that credit card off. If you use 1,000, you pay 1,000. Use 500, you pay 500. If you use $50, you pay $50. Because what happens if I don't have the money? Then you don't spend it. Well, bro, sometimes no. This is not a loan. What do you need a loan for? You're 19 years old. What are you taking a loan out for? And he just sat there. It hit him like a sack of bricks. What are you taking a loan out for? You're 19. There's nothing that you need to take a loan out. Live within your means. Ain't nobody we need to show off to. There's nobody that we need to keep up with. You're 19 years old. The only thing you should be working on is building your skills and getting to the next level. Once we got everything structured, he came to me. He called me today. He called me this afternoon. He went in, he did his first chunk on his credit card. He already paid it off. He goes, is that how I'm supposed to do it? I was like, if you do it every 2-3 days, I'm perfect. By 6 months, 8 months, this kid's going to have a $5,000 to $8,000 limit. He's going to have his credit score is going to boost. The bank is going to view him as viable, right? And he's going to have savings. Because I also gave him a thing. Every time money comes in, if $1,000 comes in, he doesn't make $1,000. He makes $700, 30% instantly into the high yield savings. You live on 70% of what you bring through. 30% right into the high yield savings. If you get a $100 check from your boss, you made $70, $30 into the high yield savings. Where'd I get the high yield savings? The SoFi account that I just sent you has a high yield savings. Ray, can you drop those accounts again? The SoFi account, okay? That has a high yield savings. You go at a 4.5% high yield savings, and now you're making 4.5%. You're making 4.5% per year APY on the stuff that you're doing, and you keep putting money in. That's the key. That's how we build. The more you build, the bigger the system grows. It grows. You're going to have more money. Eventually, you're going to look at it. Your system's going to be generating money on the back end. You do index, IULs, retirements, whatever it is, whatever's the flavor of the day. Okay? But what happens is if you build your base properly, you will succeed. For every person in here, if you build your base properly, you will succeed. Credit. Now, I want everybody to write this down on their piece of paper. Write this down. Credit is not king. So don't write credit is not king. Don't write credit is not king. But I'm telling you, credit is not king. Cash is king. Write cash is king down. But credit is the queen. Remember that. The queen can go all over the place and buy whatever the fuck she wants, however the hell she wants. But she can't stay like that until the king comes and pays the bills. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
So when they start telling you credit is the king, tell them, credit's not the king. You know why credit's not the king? Credit's the queen, because you still need cash to pay it. And they don't ever tell you that little piece. That little piece is why I tell everybody that major step. That little piece is that major step right there. That major step is you need cash to pay for the queen. I learned that the hard way, guys. I promise you guys I learned that the hard way.
I have a question.
Sure.
So, I basically my credit. The only thing I have is a late payment. So, should I wait till that late payment off before I go apply for my credit card?
Absolutely. You ain't going to get it.
Okay.
You ain't going to get it. No negative items. Repeat after me. No negative items. I want you to say it. I don't want you to. No negative items. No negative items. So what does that mean?
No negative items.
Bingo. 0 negative items. No negative items. So, hey, can I go apply with a late payment? Is a late payment a negative item? Yes. Okay. Can I go apply with a bankruptcy?
Nope.
Can I go apply with a collection?
Nope.
Can I go apply with a charge off?
Nope.
Can I go apply with a repossession?
Nope.
Can I go apply with a tax lien?
Nope.
Can I go apply with a foreclosure?
Nope.
Hold on. Caught me over here. Can I go? Oh, well, you can. Hold on. Give me a second. I think I got everything. I think I got all the I got all the negatives, all the negative groupings. You said no to everything. Because why? No negative items. You know why I say that to you? Because when you understand no negative items and your file's perfect, it's got to look like this, brother. Your file's got to look like this. If it does not look like this, you cannot get funding. Ready? This is a funding software, just for everybody to understand. This is a funding software. So if I come in over here and I go over here and I view a client's file, right? And I go to underwriting. You see this? Everything's green, right? Except for the inquiries. Inquiries are high. So guess what? that's going to hold this client back. AKA it's holding me back. Okay? But I can go to funding and get funding onto bureaus because no negative items. See that? All the files built out correctly. This is why, remember when I said credit restoration? This is a part of credit restoration. Make sense? Now, let me ask you a question. I'm an underwriter, right? Let me show you a file. I want to ask you something. If I'm the underwriter, I'm going to make you an underwriter right now, right? Would this file be able to get funded? Why not, sir? Well, no, don't worry about don't worry about this stuff up here. Just worry about the bottom end. It's got negative items. It's got the two bankruptcies and a late payment. Client can't get funded. No negative items. The minute that the client has negative items, they can't get funded. So when I can look at scores, guys, I can tell you guys over here. Let me see. I'm just gonna click on a guy and let's see. Here, perfect. This guy's perfect. Would you just by looking at the score say this guy's fundable? Good. You have failed your first test. You failed your first test. Nobody gives a shit about score. Nobody gives you shit about score. It's the profile. That's why we built out a funding software. So if I come over here, this guy has a 755 credit score with 2 late payments on it. He's not fundable with a 755. Did I just teach you a valiant lesson? Don't ever look at the damn credit score. Don't ever look at the damn credit scores. Credit score's got nothing to do with it. It's got everything to do with the file. Make sense? If I come in, let's rock out another account. Let's say this one's 750. What do you think? This is a FICO score too. This is not even Vantage. This is FICO. This is 750 across the board. Jason, why? Attaboy. And 2 collections. Late payments, 2 collections, and a bunch of inquiries. 750 across the board. What did I just teach you? You just learned how to read my software. This is my software. You just learned how to read my software, but what you guys just learned is don't ever look at a credit score. Credit score don't mean shit. It's always about the profile. The profile is key. Make sense to everybody? I have people in here now that I just blew their mind. They're like, what do you mean a 750 credit score is not fundable? I'm literally running an ad right now that says that Credit Karma is lying to you about your credit score. I'm literally running an ad right now says that Credit Karma's lying to you, and the reason that you are not getting funded is because you don't know crap about what's on your profile, and the thing is, and that's why you are not getting funding. I got you, Miss Sims. That's the key. You are literally being lied to, even with the Vantage score. The Vantage score is not the same as the credit. It's the same proper credit score as a FICO score. The bank uses FICO. Why are you using Vantage? I asked that to a specialist the other day, and he went, I said, if your client is truly interested in about getting their credit repaired, they will pay for a FICO score. I am having a custom FICO score built just for my company, for the score machine. I'm having a custom FICO score built just for this company from the credit the monitoring company that's pulling, so that you can update your report every week. Costs more money. They're like they say, well, you don't mind charging your client? I don't mind charging my client for the custom report. I do not mind charging my client. I don't care about that. What I care about is giving them the opportunity to see that. You get an inquiry removed. Why should you wait until the end of the month to find out that the inquiry should be removed? Refresh it immediately. Refresh it every week. We're into funding, ladies and gentlemen. We're into funding and credit repair because every single person in this room, what are you here for? You're here to fix your credit because of what? You want money. Why do you want money? Because you want to leverage the money. You want to leverage the accounts to do something else. You either want to buy something, you want to do something, you want to build something, you want to leverage your money to buy something else. Is that correct? Did I hit the nail on the head? I hit the nail on the head. So if I hit the nail on the head, we all want to leverage our money to buy something else and do something else. Well, let me ask you a question. Why are we not focused on it the same way that other people are focused on building a business? Why do we give up halfway through? Well, this is hard. This costs money. Because you don't understand what it is. Let me ask you a question. How much money do you think you're being held back from with a credit score that's bad? How much money do you think you're being held back from? Put it in the chat. Put it in the chat. How much money do you think you're being held back from? I'm going to change it. Metro 2 training's over, so I'm just going to get you guys' faces on here. How much money do you think you guys are being held back from? Put it in the chat. You think $500,000, Sylvia? Really? Millions. How about once you have an established credit going underneath your business, piggybacking off your business since your business is an asset, not a debt, piggybacking off your business and letting your business show how much it can worth, and then getting $4 to $5 million out of your business, $6 to $10, $15 million out of your business because your business is the asset, and now you are backing the asset. You know what I just found out? Jordan Belfort, the guy that made Wolf of Wall Street, right? He's $110 million in debt. $110 million in debt, right? I said, shit. I'm like, he $110 million? No, it's not even good debt. He's got to pay all the people back that the movie was based on. He's got to pay all that money back. Okay, yeah. So you got to pay 110. Wolf of Wall Street. He got to pay 110. You got to pay $110 million back. It's $10,000 a month. I think his bill is, right? They can't find his net worth. They think his net worth is $115 million. Why? His money's in his entities. He doesn't own anything anymore. His money's in his entities. The man knows how to sell. He came out of prison after 24 months, got started again speaking, and made his millions again right after he got out of prison. Jordan Belfort. Go look at Jordan. Wolf of Wall Street. I just found this shit out yesterday. I watched the movie like 7 times, and I was like, this is a great freaking movie, right? And then to go to find out, this guy was $110 million, still to this day is $110 million in debt, and they can't pinpoint his net worth because of all the stuff that he has going on, and he knows how to hide it. Your businesses have credit. You know what I used to say? I say to everybody, right? I was in one of my Friday mastermind classes. There's an envelope with a letter over here on my desk somewhere. Give me a second, because here, right here. See this letter right here? I have to call them and get it. See this letter? No PG business card. No PG business card. $50,000 limit. Do you know what no PG business card means, $50,000 limit?
You don't have to personally give it to you.
Bang. This is in my business. So FYI, for all the people that tell you they can do it, here, this is a letter of intent. Here, come give me the card. Do people show you this? No, they don't show you it. They don't show you it. You know why they don't show you it? Because they don't know it. They don't know it. They don't know how to do it. They can tell you that they read a course and they paid millions on whatchamacallit in mentors. But here's the receipt, guys. I do it all the time. I do it all the time. I've been doing it for 15 years. When I tell you guys something, I tell you guys something properly. I've been telling you guys something properly. Any more questions for tonight? I know people are staying because they just want to hear me talk and they don't want to miss out any gems, but I see people are getting tired. I see everybody's getting sluggish.
Not me. I had coffee. I still need help.
Oh, you can share your screen now. You can share your screen. You're good. You're good to share your screen. We're at this point where everybody's just sluggish. I know Miss Shawanda. She's a student of mine. You're technically a student of mine because you're in the paid in full community. Miss Allen's a student of mine. Stephen works for me. Ray works for me. Farley is, I think this is he or she, this is their 10th class. I don't know the other Zoom users. And Miss Sims, this is her 2nd class.
Yeah, I've been trying to sign up to get into your community because I needed help printing out my basically needed like a walkthrough.
You see that? You see that guy right there? His name is Ray.
Yeah.
Get with Ray. Go for it. Guys, when you go for it, go for it, go for it.
So your community is the same thing, like you have repair like hacks and stuff like that.
I also have, but not just hacks. So if you're using Metro 2, I tell you what's needed. Like if you need an affidavit, I have an affidavit. If you need a power of attorney letter, I have a power of attorney letter. If you need certain things, I go out and build it for you guys. We give you the tips and tricks like that negative item selector that we have. I give you guys all that stuff because you guys need that. Make sense? Don't check it, Miss Williams. There's no need for you to check it. Just go to the attack area. No, top right-hand corner.
Oh, right there. Okay. Okay, I got you. See?
Did you select the client?
Just tell me no.
Nope. You see where it's, nope, select the client.
Oh, yeah, I've done that.
Yeah.
See, I had those straight to this, and then,
Yes, you need to click do it yourself.
right. I know. Okay, good. I'll let you see.
Okay, keep going. Generate. What?
Oh, shoot.
Yeah. Oh shoot! You just wasn't following along.
Oh, my God. Okay, I had to generate. My bad. Thank you.
Yeah.
Feel like, I ain't gonna say I feel like an idiot.
Don't feel. Do not feel like an idiot. Do not feel like an idiot. The whole point of what I said, are you sure you're following me? And what people say, yeah, I'm following you. I know. You got. So here's what. Let me explain something to you guys about software. You know why I love software? It's a machine. Once it's built, okay, as long as there's no bugs in it, which there's no bugs in the software at the moment, right? It's gonna work every single time until somebody updates it and it breaks. Okay, I want everybody to understand that. It's a machine. It's going to work every single time until somebody, an outside entity, which is usually the developer, updates something and breaks it. Okay? I tell people that, no, you don't know what you're talking about. I did everything you said. Yeah, okay, no problem. Show me, share your screen. Always make sure you go in the printing section and make sure you prick me. You didn't pick me for printing. You, yeah. No. You just to tell you because you did select it. So if you were going through everything, it just to let you know that you were going through everything. Yes, you just go click send rounds of attack on the taskbar and then go back in. But yes, you did everything correct. No. It didn't generate anything. When you pick do it yourself, you have to pick the AIs. How we just did it. Ray, drop the link for the YouTube channel before everybody leaves. And drop the phone number for the printing company if anybody wants to get access to that.
Yes, I definitely am looking for that because I think that my last run of letters they didn't basically send out that what I really wanted, and I wasted $132 on just something that I didn't feel really comfortable about getting it sent through. So I'd rather just go through you guys personally.
You did. You said you sent it to Total Post and Print. That is me.
Yeah, but it was like some Arab guys. Like
That's bro. I'm Arab. You didn't. Ali's the name. I'm Arab. Come on, bro. Everybody, just to say, if you didn't see it, everybody just went like this. They literally just face palm. Like seriously, bro. Everybody that had their camera on, bro. Like, you serious? He's Arab. Like, can you not see that? My dad's African Egyptian. My mother's white.
So he's the back category now. That's okay.
He go, guy sound Arab on the phone. No shit, I got VAs that are Arab. No, who do you think wants to work a graveyard shift at 9 o'clock at night?
Maybe he heard another entrepreneur.
No. I don't got partners in this business. The only partner I got is my wife, and my wife don't come to work. No, he heard there's only one. So Ray doesn't work for that company. Ray works for the company that's spinning on his thing. So Ray helps out in that company, but there's a guy's name is John. Okay? John has a very deep accent. Okay? I know who he heard. He wasn't mincing his words. I know exactly. But when he turned around, he sounded Arab. Bro, what name is Ali? That's an Arab name. I don't know where you guys looking at. My name's shit ain't Anthony. My name ain't Anthony. It's Ali. You would have had to worry about what happened. Yeah, look. Like I said to everybody, it's Wednesday. I like to have fun. If y'all come off of mute, trust me, we're gonna have a good time. That's all it is. Yes. So Anthony technically was supposed to be my name. So when my mother had me, she wanted to name me Anthony, and whatchamacallit? My father said no, I don't like it. So my mother goes to me, well, what do you mean you don't like it? So they went through it, and then all of a sudden, my mom went through like 30 hours of labor with me, whatever the case was. And I'm talking back in '89. My father said, name him whatever you want. So she loved the name. I had her sister's husband's brother name was Ali. She loved the name Ali. So it came out Ali. I don't mind it. I got shit for it after 9/11, especially living in New York, but I don't care. It's who I am. It's a part of my identity. I love it. And I love talking to you. Like, it's funny because when people see that, they see somebody, I'm like, yeah, that's my cousin. You get mad at my cousin? He's on the other line. Like, what's wrong with that? He's like, I'm not going to talk no more. You're going to make me leave in 2 seconds.
I don't know why I log into the school every Wednesday, so I really
And that's okay. A lot of people have been telling me that. I want to tell you, you're not the only person. A lot of people have been telling me that. No disrespect towards Mr. Bohr or anything, but I go through things differently than everybody else because, like I said, I do things differently. If you go to the other classes, you're going to pick a different printing company. That's okay. Each to each his own. I'm gonna be straight with you guys. I'm expensive, but I'm expensive for a reason. The best ain't cheap. You want a Honda? Go deal with the Honda people. You want a Mercedes? You want a Mercedes? You want a BMW? You want an Audi? Come deal with the Audi, Mercedes, and BMW. Technically, I'm even higher than that, but that's okay. And it's not cockiness, man. It's not cockiness. I turn clients away. I want you to understand that. I turn clients away. You know how I turn clients away? Your documents and shit aren't set up. I'm sorry, you bought the wrong package. We're not going to accept you as a client. I don't send out crap. Because you know who the first ones to get in trouble that sends out crap? The person that prints out the letters. You know how many chargebacks I have doing this in totality over 3 years? Like 11 chargebacks in total. 11 chargebacks in, what is that, almost 1,000 days. When people call the bank and said that this person did fraudulent business. It's not cool. But I want you to understand something. That's big for a business that's been running for 3 years to have 11 chargebacks. That's not even a year's worth. That's not even one a month. You understand? Like, people expect one a month. I'm not even at one a month. I'm less than half at a month. I'm a third a month. So potentially every 3 to 6 months, I could potentially get one chargeback. But you know why I get one chargeback? Because they didn't get the results that they wanted, so they thought it was the printing company. But they don't think it's the printing company because what happens? I have a phone number. I have Habibi answering the phone, just like Mr. Zoom user pointed out. Okay? So they feel that that's the case. But when they come to class, like the gentleman that was here before, no disrespect to him. He told my guys, he goes, "You're too much money. I don't want to print with you." Okay? My guy went to him. He says he wanted to hire him to do other work. He said, "Okay, I'm not for hire. I want you to train my guys. Go to class. They have a class 3 days. They have a class 5 days a week." He goes, I'm not giving you anything extra. Not because we don't like you, because it costs to deal with the best. You don't want to pay? Don't pay. But you don't have to. You're not going to get it. Go deal with somebody else. I'm not going to sit here and beg people for their work. But I will sit here and talk to you and show you why I'm the best. I know the software. I know shit in this software that literally only the developer knows. I burn more GAs than any other person inside of this system. I burn them. You know what burn them mean is? I use the same letter just to test out the system. I'm like one of 7 people that knows how to run PWA. Now, what's PWA? There's only certain softwares that have it. My version of the credit repair has it. I'm one of 7 people that knows how to do PWA. One of 7. There was, at one point in this software, there was over 10,000 people using the software. 10,000 people. And I'm still only one of 7 that understands how to do PWA. When I talk to you guys, I spend my time understanding this. I spend my time focused on this, understanding what it is. And that's the key. You guys should make your decisions. And I tell everybody, after class, go into the Facebook group, post how class was, how amazing it was. And I'll be on every Tuesday and Wednesday class. Why? Because you guys are getting an experience. But guess what happens? People show up. That's what we want. We want people to show up on Tuesday and Wednesday. I want to have more people like you guys inside of the class so I can drop gems on, give the real experience to. Zoom user, I don't know your name. Zoom user, let me ask you a question. Tonight, did you learn what's the difference between a fundable report and a non-fundable report?
Yes, sir. And I honestly feel like I'm on my 6th round, and I feel like I've been wasting my time doing the wrong things. And class today showed me that I need to get those
That's the key. So somebody told me this once, you don't know what you don't know. How am I supposed to expect you to be somebody that is proficient in something that you've never ever been proficient in? That shit hit me so hard, it hit me like a sack of bricks. Same thing with you guys. I can't expect you to be a person that has knowledge of a system that they don't know nothing about. It's just the truth. It's the truth and the fact of the matter. You guys are all smart. You're here. You guys are all hustlers. You ready for this? I know who's going to succeed in this world by who shows up to this class. I know who's going to succeed in this world by who shows up to this class. Everybody, that's bullshit. You don't know that. I do. I do. If you can be consistent and you're persistent, you will make it. Persistency gets you in the door. Consistency keeps you wealthy. Persistency gets you in the door. Consistency keeps you wealthy. I'll follow up with the owner of this company many days out of the week. I'll talk to him. I told him, I'll say, after I get out of class tonight, I'm going to give you a call. He didn't message me back, whatever. I shoot him text messages all the time. This is what's going on. This is how many people I had in class. I only have one new person in class tonight. A lot of you guys are old. That's okay. I don't care that you're old. I just want to know that you're old. The older people in the room, I can focus on certain things. But then we have one person that's new. I have to go over the whole software. But what happens if Miss Sim, I just focused on Miss Sim's problem tonight, then I focused on Miss Williams' problem tonight, then I focused on Zoom users' problems, and then Miss Allen's and Mr. Farley, and I'm done. This class, instead of being 2 hours long, would have been 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes long. Also, we had people leave early. We didn't finish generating the letter, and they left. Y'all not ready for success. I tell all these people, just because you can market yourself doesn't mean you're ready for success. Because when they find out you're a fraud, you're a fraud. That's it, end of story. Your name is tarnished. So here's the difference. This business is not about results. It's about consistency. But Miss, no, I'm gonna talk to you truthfully. I'm gonna talk to you truthfully. Because what happens is you can go a year and a half with not one fucking result on a client, but do another client and get a result in a month. Are you gonna get discouraged on a client that's going a year and a half? Yes. If you're doing this client right here, and I'm talking to you truthfully, this client over here, because they did that late payment 2 months ago, it's not going to get removed in a week. It doesn't matter what you do. You can get it suppressed, but you can't get it removed. But this client over here that got it removed in the first month, guess what happened? This client had a 7-year-old account that's due for its expiration date. So basically, this got removed quicker. No, understanding the credit report, understanding the negative items, understanding what it is key. Person that gets a negative item and expects it to get removed in a week, that just got it the week before, is not a client that understands the game. So if you're looking at that and you're looking at the results and you're constantly talking to that person, no, I would have like, you got this damn negative a week and a half ago. This is going to take some time. Well, what the time frame? At least 2 years of working at it. Because they're going to come back verified every single time. Ali, you wrong. Okay, I'm wrong. No problem. Tell me I'm wrong. Show me that you can get it removed legally in less than 2 years. Show me legally that you can get it removed in less than 2 years. You know, every time I say show me legally that you can get it removed in less than 2 years, people shut their damn mouth and walk out the door. Legally. That's the key. Legally.
Well, what I did by result,
I got you.
show your score sheet when you show business credit
That's a good one.
Sit here and just talk us and talk us, but we ain't seen nothing yet. We just having a conversation. You understand? Like your system, the scoring machine shows results. Your credit card can just show that that's results to me. I can listen to you. But if I was on the Zoom and you out here talk, it ain't showing me nothing.
Hold on. Ray, come off mute, Ray. You remember when I told you I was watching that thing about how to create ads? What did she just say? Social proof. She just literally proved it. She just literally proved social proof.
Yeah, but you do.
Literally just said it. She goes, your score machine shows social proof. Miss Elvie, social proof. That's exactly. I got you. I'm talking about a credit. I'm talking about a credit repair side. But yes, you're the key. I don't look. I had a guy come in. He was printing with me for a year. His own file. He never got anything removed. I showed him advanced tactics in the software. I showed him how to do advanced tactics. What I showed you guys tonight. There's a couple of more tips and tricks that you can do. But I showed him advanced tactics in the software. The next client that he ran through, he got a deletion in the first month. He called me on the phone. He has got my personal number. He called me on the phone. He goes, Ali, what the hell? Why are you keeping this under wraps? I said, I'm not keeping it under wraps, bro. It's just nobody wants to take the time to sit down and learn. Bro, you get off of work at 3 o'clock, you come sit down and listen to me bullshit for 3 hours, 4 hours. He goes, bro, I could listen to you for fucking 10 hours. He goes, I could listen to you for 10 hours because the thing is, he goes, you got the accolades. I turn around and I say, okay, hold on, wait. Do I have my folder over here? Let me see. Show you guys. I'll show you guys something. I love doing this one. This one, my favorite one. I got a new thing coming that I'm working on. I think I don't have it here. Is it here? Ah, it's right here. Okay. What is that? Everybody know what logo that is? Okay, perfect. You know what this is? This packet for a car. This car is purchased last year. Okay? Party. Buyer. Here. Party buyer. Oh, come on. Come back. Come back, you stupid camera. Come back to me. All right, ready? Come back. Get in frame. Stop following me. Ready? Party. Top. Hold on. Did I do the right one? Yes. Can you guys see that? Who the buyer is? Nope. Look above it. That's it. I don't own the car. I don't own the car. Do you know when they ran my credit? When they ran my credit for this car, the guy almost shit a brick. He goes, I've never seen somebody's credit built so perfectly. I said, that's what I do for a living. This is a guy that deals with guys that can pay for cars in cash. In an area inside of the tri-state area that can literally walk in, take a bag full of money, drop it on the table, and pay for it in cash. He turns around and he says he's never seen somebody build with that because what happens is paying something in cash is a feat in itself, but it's a thing. Give me 1 second, guys. I got to take this. Chris, can you give me 10 minutes? I'm closing out class. All right, bye-bye. So, whatchamacallit? He said, we're sitting down, we're going over everything. And he looked at it, he goes, dude, you're freaking nuts. Because I built everything. That's the accolades. That's the accolades that I've been telling you guys about. My payments come out every single month. I have a year and a half worth of car payments put in a savings account. Collecting interest to pay my car. Is that computing with everybody? I'm collecting money on the car payments that I'm paying out. Everybody's like, yo, I got something to learn. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Let me tell you something. $10,000 is not the goal, ladies and gentlemen. 50,000 a month is the goal. 50,000 a month in your pocket is the goal. You want to talk about financial freedom? Everybody oh, you want to live financially free and everything. What's the number? 50,000. 50,000 is the number. I can live financially free on 10,000. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. You want to know why you cannot live financially free on 10,000? Because the minute that you make $10,000, right? I don't care who you are, you're going to start spending like you make $10,000. And what do I mean by that? The house, the car, food, going out, things that you want. You don't get a taste of the quality life. You get a feel for quality life. You know what the difference is when you get to that point? I'll tell you guys one thing. You guys will understand this. When I hit that number, the first time was COVID. I was able to pay my mortgage, my parents' mortgage on the house for 7 months. 1 month. Was able to pay the mortgage on the house for 7 months. No issues. Why? Why? I shouldn't. What do you do that for? Because that's real freedom. I was still working. I still did whatever I needed to, but I was working. But then it grew. You start doing that, you start getting to that number. I haven't hit that number since, but I'm working towards it. I'll tell you, 50,000. Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you the tools to make you happy. It buys you the tools to make you happy. And everybody tells me, what do you mean by that? How many people right now would like to pack their family up and just go away for a weekend? Put me in the chat. Just go away for the weekend. Doesn't matter where it is. Just go away. A lot of you right now saying, yes, I would like to do that. Even me, I would like to do that too. I don't got the luxury of doing it, but I would like to do that too. Just pack my wife and my kid up and just go. You tell you 50,000? That's what it buys you. I'm leaving 4 or 5 days. And when I get back, I get back. Ain't nobody can tell you shit. You know what I miss about that? That's what I miss. Still, there's something to this day. I'm not back where that is, but something to this day that I love. I get in the car. My wife got to go to the doctor. I take her to the doctor. She never goes to the doctor without me. She never has to hear bad news alone. She never has to hear good news alone. I'm always there. And the baby's with us. That's the key. That's real freedom. So if you guys don't understand what real freedom is, that's real freedom. That's real freedom. I don't care how much money I make. As long as my bills are covered, I'm good. But once you get to that excess point, my God, the amount of life that you have is amazing. So I can go on for hours. It's 2 hours and 17 minutes we in class. I don't want to keep humdrumming you guys all night long. So if you guys don't have any more questions for me, I'm going to go call Chris. But I'm done for tonight. If you do have questions, I'll definitely field questions.
I really appreciate tonight's class. And last question: each round, does it get more expensive, or like if you like break it out, look at it, and all that? I don't mind paying the price.
It's not about our price. It's the price in the software. You remember when I told you there's one more technique that I didn't teach you? It's how to stabilize your price. As every round goes through, it gets more aggressive. What it does is it changes the amount of negative items that's in each letter, and as it changes the amount of negative items, it goes higher and higher and higher. If you go through the class, ask Ray, find him the video because he is in the paid in full community or he's joining. So find him that video that he can learn how to stabilize advanced tactics. He can learn how to stabilize printing cost. Ray, make a post tonight on how to stabilize printing cost and put it in the school community. Everybody look out for it in the school community, in our community.
Okay, yeah, I really appreciate that. Everything's been working. That's why I keep attacking. So,
It's not that this software works, guys. You just have to learn how to work it. That's it. It works. It's always going to work.
yeah, I appreciate your team because they actually they log into my portal and does everything for me.
Hmm?
I don't know if it's additional fee, but I don't care.
Nope. As long as you pay for printing, that's what my team will do. Especially if you got a slower computer or you don't know what you're doing, you need a team to go in there. I have some people that their computers just don't work. And they don't know why and they don't understand why and they just want somebody to just go in and help them out. You go in and help them out. That's it. That's it. I'm getting ready to launch a outsourcing company. When I do that, that's going to be when we really change the game. When we launch that outsourcing company, because I'm going to start doing letters again, and do it at a cost and try to keep the cost low. But we're really going to start pressing the system the way that it should. I have another product that I'm coming out with in a few months that is going to work with Metro 2 to help enhance Metro 2's letters. So it's going to be sick. Go for it, Mr. Zoom user. Is it the school community? Yes, everything will be when we do some. So the school community serves two purposes. That's my community. That's for me. So you're in my community, become one of my students. So yes, everything will go into the school community. Miss Sims. Yes, Zoom user.
No, that was it. All I wanted to do was help me more than I got no patience. I'm only 27, and most places take assessment within the next month, and I just been making sure my main goal is called 18, is just making sure about my credit. I've been dealing with people that has fake credit companies that takes time and wants your money, and this is the least I ever paid for credit repair, and I got results better than anybody I ever worked with the last couple of years.
So let me teach you something. There's nobody that's going to give a shit about your credit more than you are. There's nobody going to take better care of yourself no more than you are. Every now and again, you're going to come and find a person like me that truly cares about you, but it's only every now and again. Only every now and again. That's why people flock to me. That's why people flock to me. And the people that stay close to my fire are getting rewarded. They're getting rewarded. The people who are not staying close to my fire, they're not getting rewarded. That's why I say whatever you want, it's inside the community. I've been in your shoes. I told you that. I've been in your shoes. At your age, I just met my wife. At your age, I just met my wife. 500 credit score. Eating ramen, $36 to my name. You want to hear that story? You want to hear what it looks like? 3.5 years to get to 800, 810 to be exact. 3.5 years of disputing, attacking, going over, begging certain people to give me the sauce, whatever the case may be. 3.5 years. Finally found one person. I'm close with them. She gave me the sauce. She finally gave me the sauce. I removed one late payment. One late payment. I removed a whole account. My score shot up from 515 on Equifax to 810. On TransUnion was 830. 830. What? It's the negative. It's No, it's a removal of the negative item. The profile was built. The profile was built. I give the sauce away all the time. The sauce is building the profile. I had the accolades in the profile. I had a 35-year-old Sears card on my account. I had the Credit One banks who were garbage on my account that I was paying every single month to make sure that I had payment history. I had all that stuff building the account up. I just needed to get rid of the negative. Once I got rid of the negative, the account shot. Night, Miss Sims. Yeah. No, I said good night, Miss Sims. She said she's leaving. It's just patient. It took me 3 years to remove the account. But here's the difference. Ms. Williams, I told you. I know it was holding me back from millions. I know it was holding me back for millions. So somebody gives up after 3 months. I went 3 years. That's 36 months. Just nonstop. Why? Because I knew the woman that I looked at, I was going to marry. And what is that woman going to want? A house. What is that woman going to want? Kids. What is that woman going to want? A car. What is that woman going to want? This. What is that woman going to want? That. So when I look at her and I knew that's what that woman was going to eventually want, what did I do? I had to get my ducks in a row. Well, guess what? I built the first piece and then I kept going. I kept going. I kept building. I kept building. I kept building. And all of a sudden, boom. Boom. It just blew up. You know what the best day it is when you freaking credit score goes from one bureau's at fucking 515 and the next bureau's at 810? The discrepancy that line was. I'll never forget it. When I looked at Credit Karma on that day, it went, what changed? Negative item has been removed. I was like, oh. And that's the key. That's the key. Like, you get excited because it becomes a game. But what did I do? Once I removed it on myself, I started building other people's credit. I was still doing credit repair, but now I started building. And then I started funding. Because realistically, and I keep this in my office drawer, right? This is what it's about. This is what it's about right here. Not for dramatic effect. There's 30 cards in there. It's not for dramatic effect. It's what I got. It's what I do. And some of them are maxed out. I'm in a bad position right now because I'm trying to get my money right. But at the end of the day, once I get my money right again, guess what? Right back up. I got a guy that I'm working with trying to buy a laundromat. Trying to buy 2 or 3 laundromats. Yeah. Yeah. I'm a walking example of what I talk to you guys and I say I practice what I preach. You know why? What happens when you practice what you preach? I follow him because the guy's got results. He's the social proof. When I pull this document out over here, here's the document. Why do I say that? I gotta go sign up for that. But why do I say that? Because people don't show you that. I will. All right, guys. Let's have a good night. I'll see everybody on Tuesday next week. All right? I teach Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday, 6 p.m. EST. Wednesday, 8 p.m. EST. Hi, Princess! Did you sleep well? I knew she was coming downstairs. I said a few more minutes and she was coming down.
I wasn't coming down because I heard you were in a meeting.
Come. Did you see Ray? What happened? Frog. Oh, I thought you saw Ray. I was like, damn, man. You saw Ray that quick?
Yeah,
Shit.
go show Daddy your frog.
Come. See? Look, honey. I only got one wire over here.
I'm so ready.
You want to come to...
Oh, careful.
Come to Daddy. Let me see. Oh, that's a beautiful frog, little girl. That's a beautiful frog. You're stealing my frog. See? You're a frog.
Go show Daddy your cupcakes.
Sure, come say hi to everybody. Come say hi. Oh, you getting better at waving at everybody.
I'm right here, Mommy.
1.5. 1.5, man. This is my joy, my pride and joy, man. Go, Bubba, go. Bro, she ain't small. She a beast.
Frog.
She's a beast.
Ribbit.
Oh, she a beast, man. Oh,
Ribbit.
so the doctor's like, she in the 98th percentile, and I was like, yo, this kid is she's solid in every which way, shape, and form. She slapped me the other day. I don't know. I said something to her, and she just open palmed me right in the middle of my head. I was like, honey, come grab your effing daughter right now, because I swear to God, I was like, woo-hoo, God help me. And she started laughing because It hurt. It hurt. I was like, oh, damn, that shit hurt. And she like opened, bang. I was like, damn, ow. And she laughing. My wife is always laughing at me. She was like, I'm annoyed at you. Get off of me, Dad. Hand palm to the face. I was like, oh, damn. So I ain't even exaggerating. Like,
You exaggerated.
no, I'm not exaggerating. The way she hit me was so damn hard. I was like, damn, that shit hurt. But yes.
You exaggerating, Daddy.
Okay, no problem.
Say bye-bye.
My wife's here. All right, guys. Good night, everybody.
Say hi, Bob.
I'll see you guys. Good night, everybody. See you guys. Bye-bye.